Good morning, Ben here from Gravel Throat Reviews, coming at you today with a list of 10 brand new singles for you to check out. I'll leave a list at the end so you can screenshot it if you like and check them out yourselves. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, so number one, the first track I checked out was Angel in the Dark by Anima Masano and Nathaniel Nichols. Yeah, this is a piece of retro dance straight from the early 90s, great 90s synth sounds. There's a basic uplifting chord progression. It brings me back to home base in Oakland back in the rave days. Yeah, the nostalgia is pretty much what makes it good. Other than that, it's just a pretty straightforward, standard dance music track with some catchy male vocals. It's pretty decent. I like it for what it is. Like I said, the nostalgia is basically what makes it good, in my opinion. Other than that, it's kind of dime a dozen, but it's well done. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Next one is Someone to Love You by Salt, or Salt. I'm not sure how to say that word or the name. But yeah, it starts out with some funky 70s bass and some sporadic keys that hang in the air. Then the rhythm comes in, and there's some strong jazz, pop, soul kind of vibes. The background vocals fill it out nicely. I like the percussion sounds quite a bit, but there isn't much else to this song. There's no real discernible message behind it, other than just a kind of a classy little bob that comes and goes pretty quickly. Yeah, it's an okay track. It's pretty decent. Could have used a little bit more attention to detail on this one, but I think it's pretty good though. It's a 5.5 out of 10 for me. All right, and number 3 is the song Drama by Rex Orange County. Yeah, this track starts off with a very bland male vocal that seems kind of a dime a dozen, but it slowly morphs into something very interesting and dynamic. It's a really dynamic piece of pop music. There is a constantly evolving instrumentation that keeps it from becoming stale. I like the line about abandoning all his plans and flying to Japan to explore, because that's something that I want to do myself, so I kind of related to that. Yeah, this track grew on me after a couple listens. At first, I was kind of like, this is going to be boring, but the way he switches it up and does multi-phased instrumental is, I think, really, really cool. So it's worth checking it out. Yeah, that's a 6 out of 10 for me. That is Drama by Rex Orange County. And number 4 is Shit Show by Kodak Black, V's, and Little Yachty. All right, so this is probably the worst song I have heard all year. The corny trap beat has nothing new or interesting at all to give. There's only one little background ambient pad sound, and it never even changes throughout the whole song. It's just like, me. Incredibly boring. It gets old like right away. But before the 1 minute mark, this song is annoying as hell already. Yeah, I mean, the flows are horrible. They're offbeat. The voice isn't like a little scratchy and lazy. They talk about spending money at the mall. Like this is like some high school freshman trap. Yeah, the flows suck. The beat sucks. The drums are weak. The subject matter is embarrassingly rookie. Yeah, this is like the worst attempt at making music I've heard in a long time. It's so bad that it's almost good, but not really. Yeah, it definitely lives up to the title Shit Show. It makes you wonder, like, isn't there someone like a producer or like a manager that would say, hey, don't release this song because it's not good? But I guess they bypassed that. Yeah, this is a -3 out of 10. And the lowest score I've given in my entire time doing these reviews. Yeah, that's Shit Show by Kodak Black, V's, Little Yachty. It sucks ass. Don't listen to it. Excuse me. Number 5 is Hail, Darkness, Hail by Shining. Yeah, this song starts off with some repetitive guitar notes. Nicholas comes in with kind of a corny intro. He's like, yeah, mother effers, which I think is kind of corny. But after that, the song grows into something really, really cool. There's a kind of a galloping, triumphant movement with a sinister feel. I love Nicholas's voice in this song. It's kind of like a mid-range, harsh, expressive delivery. The middle of the song is an acoustic piece of goth rock with a kind of like a Misfits Elvis feel at certain points. He talks about how there's no light at the end of the tunnel. This is a rather unorthodox piece of black metal, goth, folksy rock. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I like it quite a bit. Nicholas is known for being sort of a weird, sketchy dude. So I don't know what you want to say about him personally, but this song is fantastic. This is a 6 out of 10 for me. That is Hail, Darkness, Hail by Shining. All right, and number 6 is Slow Dancing Ghouls by Beauty Mark. My friend August told me about this band. I like them quite a bit. Yeah, this is a tongue-in-cheek little retro synth pop number that is kind of silly and fun. There's an 80s goofy synth sound that bounces around in the background, but it becomes endearing for some reason. There's lyrics like, "Are you an apparition or a cryptid? Just my type." Or "Witchcraft, apple pie in the scary cemetery." So it's kind of like a Halloween pop song, and essentially. But yeah, the vocals are kind of delicate and retro, so it seems like these two dynamics wouldn't go together. But yeah, that's what makes it fun, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, which I like. This is a cool song. Yeah. At first it was annoying, but it really grew on me as well, like the last song. Anyways, this is a 6 out of 10 for me. That's Slow Dancing Ghouls by Beauty Mark. All right, and the next song is number 7, Pop 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 by Idols featuring Danny Brown. This song starts off with Danny Brown and this kind of manic delivery over some angular bass blips and some crushed drums. Some distortion in the background, excuse me. Yeah, Danny drops out, and there are some vocals that are too quiet to make out, which is kind of weird. They're very filtered out in the background. Joe Talbot's vocals come in, and he has a slower, more introspective delivery. There is some cool, bouncy sample work at the end. Yeah, I love Danny Brown, and I love Idols very much, but this song doesn't really have a coherent idea. It feels like it's kind of half done. There's no correlating refrains or messages or ideas that go back and forth between these two verses. So it feels like they just kind of went in the studio and just knocked something out and then sent it off to the press, which is fine, but it's kind of, I wish there was a little bit more thought and energy into this track. So it's a 5 out of 10 for me. That's Pop 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 by Idols featuring Danny Brown. And number 8 is Sinkhole by Angel Olsen. This is an adorable little ballad with some vintage reverb and some saturated piano chords. Angel's vocals are lovely with the 70s vintage appeal. The lyrics are really good on this track. She's so descriptive and clever. My favorite line is, "Somewhere out in blank space, there is a mountain shrouded in green where two lovers think of each other at the same time." So it's like two parallel universes. And I think it's a really cool, endearing idea. Yeah, the instrumentation is pretty much what you'd expect from a modern pop ballad, just some pianos and some nice reverb in the background. That's all you really need for this type of stuff. I love this track. This is a really, really well written, beautiful, beautiful ballad by Angel Olsen. That is the song Sinkhole. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. Love that track. Right at number 9 is Marzipan featuring Felicita and Caroline Polachek. Yeah, this track starts off with some smoky atmosphere and some glistening sample chops and some distant filtered down saw wave bass, and continues like that until about the 1 minute mark, or 1 minute and 30-second mark, excuse me, where the rhythm drops out and these beautiful haunting Spanish vocals by who I think is Felicita, but maybe also be Caroline Polachek. It sounds like you're in an old Catholic cathedral. The reverb is delicious. It's lush. Yeah, this is a very interesting and unorthodox little composition. My only complaint is that it's like too short. I would have been nice to have another movement, or at least another minute on this track. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's really cool. I love this. Just love the feel of this one. It's unexpected. That is an 8 out of 10 for me, and that is Marzipan by Felicita and Caroline Polachek, excuse me. Yeah, and this next song is number 10 is Ignored by Boko Ute. Yeah, this is a really cool modern post-punk track that I definitely liked right away. The drums are so catchy and robust. The distorted bass is uplifting and funky. The vocals are incredible. They remind me of Slow Tie with the pronunciation of Juice WRLD in some of these parts. They also have like the energy of like a band like Idols. It's really in your face and energetic. But even better somehow. Yeah, the background vocals are excellent. The instrumentation is excellent. The vocal inflections are dynamic, creative, and unique. Yeah, this is one of the best post-punk tracks I've heard all year. It is an absolute banger. I love this track. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It's that good. It'll really grow on you too if you listen to it and let it and try to soak up all the dynamics and all of the little sparkles that are put into this track. Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. I love that track. That is Ignored by Boko Ute. And I have a couple of rapid fire ones that I want to give to you just because I like these tracks and you should check them out. Yeah, number 11, How Could the Same God by Oldest C and Have a Nice Life. This is a great black metal doom experimental track. It's an 8 out of 10. Love Takes Miles by Cameron Winters. Strange vocal inflections on this one. It sounds really weird. His vocal style sounds very weird, but he has some great songwriting. Like, I love the line that says, "Love will make you pack it or fit it all in the car." Love will make you fit it all in the car. So if you relate to that like I did, I don't think it'll stick with you. My Head Is Not My Friend by the Wombats. Yeah, this is a decent piece of indie rock, kind of a relatable track. It's a 6 out of 10. And Vengeance by Crippled Black Phoenix. This is a killer hard rock post-punk banger, and it's an 8 out of 10. I've been listening to the gym quite a bit. But yeah, thanks so much for checking me out. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for being here. My name is Ben, and this is Gravel Throat Reviews. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.